Hey y'all. Sorry, Lauren, you guys got here before me. Hey guys. Hi everybody. Hi Brian. Hi Kathy. Hi Heather. Hi. Hey y'all. Okay, sorry I'm late. I was a couple of minutes late. My doctor's appointment online went longer than I thought. Hi Alvia. I have my whole ornaments ready. I've been making with my left hand. Hi Jean. Hi Deanna. Hi Sabrina. How is everybody? I'm waiting to see if everybody's in here. Hi Pat. Hi Cynthia. Oh, Stella's in the house. Kayla's in the house, really is her name, Kayla. We have two Kaylas. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Anna. Tammy, how are you feeling? You all, is Elsa here too? I didn't see. Watson's in the house. I saw that Watson's in the house. Sherlock's in the house too. Is Elsa here, guys? Do you know? I'm wondering how she's doing with her husband. I think I have a delay, y'all. Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. You have a PET scan tomorrow? Oh my goodness, Tammy, you and I are gonna have the same kind of day, girly. Maybe we should commiserate tomorrow. I have a full day of I know you do. I know you do. Guys, if you don't know what a PET scan is, it's where they kind of scan you from head to toe and they can see everything. It's pretty amazing. Um, I'm having an MRA tomorrow, Tammy, for my brain aneurysm. And y'all, they think this is being caused by stroke. So I have a test. Hi, Barbara. So that's why they think my right side has gotten so weak. So I'm having a whole bunch of tests tomorrow too. Hello, Lizzie. Thank you, Lauren. I'm gonna be fine. I know you are, Tammy. I'm gonna be okay. You know what? That's why I was late tonight. My doctor called from New York to follow up, to sort of say, okay, let's take a look at you. How bad is it? And so we've booked everything, and so it's good. They're taking care of it. Of course, they put me back on my pain medicine. My husband went to the pharmacy. He'll be back here in like 20 minutes. They were like, you picked the wrong time, girl, to lower your pain medicine. Um, I haven't gotten it yet, Brian, and I picked up the mail. I picked up the mail today. So, aw, Lizzie, yay! Happy birthday, Gerald! Happy birthday! He's 10, Lizzie. Aw, we have to see pictures. Has anyone heard from Elsa? Do we know? I'm gonna be good, y'all. Tammy needs prayers. You know what? If this is what we think it is, I've been down this road before, and many people have been. I think it's hi, Catherine's in the house, y'all. I call her Karen, which is terrible. I rename people, y'all. I have to stop doing it. Um, yeah, getting him to wear that sexy shoe, Heather. Let's not even. I had to get him new sneakers. I had to order him new sneakers, and I'm using only my left hand, y'all. You don't understand. That's why I can't text or anything. I have a project share for tomorrow where I show you all the cards I made left-handed, and I cannot stickle with my left hand. Oh, thank you, Catherine. But I should call you by your right name. At least I call you properly, Santa's, like Santa's neighbor. But that was not okay. I think Tammy definitely, there's a difference between having, and Tammy knows this because she lives with something similar, having a chronic illness like Pat and I have, and Miss Judy has, and many of you have autoimmune. We have a lot of complications and we're sort of used to them. But what Tammy's going through is something very different. It's not just surviving the lung transplants. It's not just having to then deal with dialysis and kidneys. It's getting a check to be on a donor list and finding out now you have cancer. Now, we all, unfortunately, we're on medicines that cause cancer. But this is a kick in the teeth you didn't need, girly. So we're all praying for you. We all are. It's important. You're at work, Patty. Oh my goodness. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you're at work and also on here. So Miss Patty, your dump cake is in the oven. I made it one way, the way you make it, and one way with my crumble topping. And my crumble topping way has salted caramel sauce instead of regular caramel sauce. Hi, Alice. Thank you for coming in. I know it's work time for you. I know that. Hi, Liz, or Liz's sidekick. Hi, Lorraine. Okay, so Lorraine, listen to this. He took the package back today. We had this whole issue, y'all. That post, hi Monty, hi Soleil. So listen to this, y'all. Lorraine, this is crazy. So he brings the package back today, right? And the other clerk puts in your address and says, well, I don't know what the problem is. That address is fine. So it's been shipped again. So you have it. It'll be coming, hopefully. If you don't get it by Saturday, then there's something wrong. Miss Soleil. Hi, Crafty Taffy. Well, first of all, what do we all do? We make stuff. I am unfortunately one-handed, but I'm working on my ornaments tonight, and I have a whole bunch done and prepped. So I have everything, and we craft and we talk and we catch up on each other's lives and we find out what's been going on. I don't understand, Lorraine. How come when they entered your address the first time, they told him it was the wrong address, and today they told him it was fine? They think that the person entered it wrong. And then I thought I wrote it down wrong, which, by the way, really could happen with me. Like, I'm not that careful about that kind of stuff, and I should be more careful. If it wasn't for Pat, I swear I would lose half the addresses between New York and Florida, y'all. This one? This one, Kathy? I know. I cannot believe hot mess of craft necessities. Tammy, what, are you going to take everything? Oh, the little ones. Ah, Kathy, I sent you this one. I didn't know you needed this one. See, I'm doing mine in pink and in blue. I'm like you. I don't always like it red. Hi. Oh, you're cooking dinner, but you're watching. Hi. Oh, it's so nice to see you. The little one. See, now I know. And yeah, Angelica's here. She's watching. Yeah, I got you this one. Because when you said that your DT didn't have it, I went back and got it. And guess what else is in your package? Merchant trim. So I gotta, I'm just catching up on everybody's mess. Yeah, you can't take everything. Okay, I'm dying to see your video. Yes, the one Kathy with all the tassel-y stuff. The one else I got from you when I couldn't get it either. I don't know why it sells out so fast. That trim is really popular, but I took like the last two, one for you and one for me because I was running low too because I used a lot of it for my Halloween collab. I used a lot. Heather is here. Heather is here. I know. I'm excited to see Tammy's video too. Yeah, I thought you'd be very happy. She is here. Lisa, you couldn't find, did you want this size? See, now my DT is sold out of these and they're not getting any more of these. I know, 521 new cases. And Brooklyn is in a hot mess again. My doctor told me tonight on the call, y'all, that the numbers in New York are skyrocketing again. Skyrocketing. Oh, Kayla, you know what? I feel your pain. I do. I'm allowed out once a week, y'all, like once a week to run errands and to go get everything done, unless I'm going to a doctor's appointment. Now, conveniently, my MRI place is located next to Hobby Lobby. But other than that, once a week, because the numbers here are not good either. Yeah, we don't talk about, I know Perry gets crazy. My husband gets crazy because Pat lives in Minnesota and he keeps seeing the numbers because they're not wearing masks and he keeps buying her tuna. Oh, shoot. Are you kidding me? They can't send people out. That's so dangerous. I can't believe this, guys. That's so crazy. Lorraine, they can't. They're going to risk people's lives by sending people out there. See, at least they're doing the stay orders. You know what? I have to tell you, guys, listen to this. Our local Starbucks said that since they reopened the dining room here, they're having a real emergency. Like what happens is you're allowed to take off your mask to drink your coffee, but people are saying, "Oh, I still have 1 inch left," and they're sitting there with their masks off, and now nobody will go in, like unless you want to get COVID, and that they can't get people to behave, and they're really frustrated. And it's because the governor said that it was up to each individual restaurant. And so now my Starbucks place, my drive-through once told me that they've asked head office to close their location because people are not being responsible. There is no other way. Yes, Texas is back on stay-home orders. And you know what? I think a lot more people are going to have to be on stay-at-home. Brooklyn has 8 communities that are being locked down, but they gave them advance warning this time. If Lenny were on, she would tell you they got advance warning. So this time it's not going to be like when we were there last time where we couldn't get food or supplies. They said, okay, in about 5 days, you're probably going to be locked down. Go and get what you need now. I think we're going to see it across the country, y'all, except for Florida. Tomorrow he's getting a stitches out, Lizzie. Oh, I'm so happy for him. Oh, I hope it goes well. There's Miss Susan Tootsie Tucker. The news does stink, and my husband watches it nonstop, y'all. Nonstop. I have to like leave the room because after a while you can't take it anymore. It's like, okay, that's just too much. Hello, Miss Erica, who has yet to open up my box, which I know you have. Is it too hard, Erica? Maybe it's too hard to open it. It's a big box, y'all. Oh, you know what, Soleil? I think what's hard is that people don't all pay attention to the rules. So it's scary. Like, hi, Nilda. Like sometimes you go out and it's perfectly safe. Like there have been times where I've gone to Hobby Lobby and it's so safe. And then there are other times you go out, y'all, and it's like, whoa, people are not paying attention. They're not following the rules. They're not being careful, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Soleil, I sent our swap package priority. And that's just because he had a talk with me about how the planes are working from here to Australia. So, and because it's a box and he wanted to make sure it would get there, not in 6 months. So I have a tracking number for you. I haven't ever done international priority. Have you all done that before? It was my first time doing international priority from America. I've done it from the Holy Land, but I have never done it from America. It was the first time. Hi, Chris. Nice to see you. Hi, Leticia. I don't know what doxing is. What's doxing? No, you know what, Soleil? He was right. I think because the way the planes are working and the fact that we may have lockdowns again, the only way to guarantee that you would get it before Christmas was to send it, I think, priority. But now he said it's supposed to be 10 working days. So we'll figure it out if it really is or it isn't. How can firefighters not have masks on? Yeah, you see, because they're deep clean of the location, right, Lisa? That's very smart. You know, Lorraine, you're right. They did find that out, and they just released that about New York too. Isn't that interesting, y'all? New York too just said that the primary new cases in New York that are spiking are 18 to 35. So, but it does get there as promised. Yeah, they're increasing our postal rates too on the 17th. You know, my manager was worried they were going to do it sooner because of everything going on with the election, but now she thinks it'll just be the 17th. What? Of course you were terrified. I'd be terrified too if they're not wearing masks. I wouldn't go anywhere near them. I'm so glad everybody could make it. I'm so glad. Elsa, I just said, where's Elsa? Elsa, first of all, how are you and how is your husband doing? That's our first question of the night. We're so happy to see you, Elsa. Hi, Rhonda. I didn't see you earlier. You know what the problem is, guys? This hurts so much that if I text, so normally, y'all, I will text, you guys know this. If you have my number, I text you back. I haven't texted or emailed in 5 days, just because if I do that, then I can't do anything else. Like I can't make supper, or I can't craft, or I can't do my job. So today they told me to tell work I need to have the next 5 days off because I'm on medical leave, temporary medical leave, until we figure out what's happening. Oh, Elsa, no. No. Okay, so Elsa, I have a question, and it's a really important one, and it's personal, so you could say, Alicia, screw off. Based on compassionate grounds, are they going to let you go be with him? Thank you, Sabrina, because she knows I would have been worried. She knows I would have been worried. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me know that, Sabrina. I really would. So, like, hi, Belinda. Um, okay, so like, because there's compassionate grounds for you being allowed to say goodbye. Okay. Wow. I have totally lost track now. This is what happens. Um, I'm taking a look just to see. No, thank you, Sabrina. So I sent you off the package, but I haven't finished the die cuts just because the left hand is not fast. It's not fast. So Elsa, when will the home allow you to go visit? Because you can't not see him, you know? I love this community too, Leticia. I do. I miss everybody. It's hard not texting. Lorraine's right. Doesn't make it any easier, but she's right. She's right. I get the state rules. I do, but Heather will tell you they had compassionate rules in her area for her stepdad and her mom to go say goodbye to a family member. So like certain states allow it, like on compassionate grounds, because it's very hard if you can't go. And I mean, video is not the same at the best of times, but especially not when someone's having trouble recognizing you, right? It's through a camera. It must seem so weird to him and so frustrating for you. That I can't imagine. See, right, Lauren allows one, right? Because I think you have to be able to connect with your family even in these situations, even if you have to wear a hazmat suit. Oh, can I just say, I have her thing in the oven. I'm taking it out like three-quarters of the way through this live. I made another one. It's delicious. Let me tell you something. If you guys have not made her dump cake, this is not the first one this week. It's delicious and it's easy and I don't bake well. It's delicious. See, and exceptions are made. Exactly, Lauren. See, I can't imagine it being so inhumane that you don't grant an exception for somebody. That seems crazy. I dumped twice. Actually, three times because I made one that with a salted caramel sauce and this other crumble topping. Yeah, it's really good. Her dump cake is good. It's really good. Hi, Helene. Belinda, how are you feeling? See, Belinda's like going through all of this too, also during COVID. Yeah, it's delicious. Oh my gosh. I gotta tell you, because the husband likes salt also. So I make this like apple crumble that's more salty and it makes like with this old-fashioned crumble topping. And the dumb cake that Patty makes is delicious. And then if you add that salty crumble topping, it's like you could die from it. It's so good. So I made another one. Oh, yeah. Lizzie, you have thyroid. So it's underactive. If you're gaining weight, it's underactive. Oh, Leticia, I feel the same way. My favorite too, Tammy, my favorite too. So once I saw that, at first I wanted to make it Patty's way to make sure I learned how to do it because I told you I'm not a baker, I'm a cook. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it her way first and then see if I could alter it. And it was delicious her way. And then I was like, okay, now I'm gonna add this other topping and try it. And it's so good. It's so good. Leticia, my question is, are you safer? That's always what worries me. See, that's what I mean, Lisa. Like, I think we all have to make sure we have access. Yeah, I didn't mean, you know what? Even though I like salt, I like homemade baked goods too. I do. And so I was excited when Patty taught this one because I was like, I could make that. Oh, Tammy, you lost too much weight. What is identifiable information? I don't even know what that is. What's identifiable information? I don't even know. You're talking to the woman who doesn't even check analytics. What does that mean? Ah, okay. Well, I've done that before. What's the problem with it? Your blood platelets are critically low now. Okay, so what are you going to do, Belinda, to improve that? So that means that if they're critically low, it means that the chemo has like taken away like all of your nutrition. Of course you did. I crafted on the floor in the Holy Land, Leticia, remember? That was like the best place to craft because you all saw I had that tiny little bistro table. Do you remember? People were like, I would die from that apartment. It was 300 square feet, guys. Do you remember that? And I gave you guys a tour, and you guys were like totally like, I would die if I had to live in a place that small. Exactly. See, I think that's how it works. Yeah. See, Leticia, you remember. So I know what you're talking about. I had to craft on the floor there. And I told Nilda like it was the only way to like expand out what I was doing. Like if I was cutting or making a book, I had to do it on the floor. That's what I'm thinking too, right? When yours is critically low, they don't let you do your chemo. So okay, so I know with my brother when that happened, they would give him like a whole bunch of additives to his system. So I'm wondering if they'll do that for Belinda. Yeah, it's so true, Leticia. Oh my goodness. It's so true. You still craft on the floor, Nilda. See? I knew it. I knew you did. Um, because in the Holy Land, me too. I did it all the time. And I remember you saying to me, I also craft on the floor. But it was like the best way to like get all the book pages down. Oh no, I haven't doxed other people. I've used my own name, never their full name. Like when I was first on, like when I was very first on, I used Wagman 510, and my name is Alicia Wagman. So it's pretty easy. That's doxing myself. I've never used someone else's full name. The only time that we ended up having to do that was the thing with Sabrina, because she was using more than one name, and people needed to know that because they were getting scammed. That's the only time. And that we checked with, there's someone in our community who is a police officer, and she would prefer that not many people know that she's a police officer. But she was the one who gave me advice on, yeah, you should do it just because they don't realize that it's like the same person. But yeah, you should never give out someone's. That's why, that's why we don't put people's addresses on, like in the comment section, people will say, oh, give me your address. We always say email us because we don't want anyone's email, like their address, to be present. If we're doing a card drive, we ask permission. Like we asked Chris, like, can I have permission? Chris didn't get back to me, so I didn't list her address. So we're really careful. And then when we did Kayla's drive during COVID, we listed her address, but we went back and took it down after, so nobody could see it. We're really careful. Yeah, no, it's true. I've never used a first and last name in a video. No, only my own, never anyone else's. I didn't know it was dangerous, but it made sense to me not to do it just because, like, not everybody here, first of all, so we have military people in our group, and they're not even allowed to reveal where they are in the state or what state they're in sometimes. So we have to be super careful with the people in our community. Even with permission. Yeah, I didn't know. But you know what? In that case, we had a problem because she was scamming people with fake names. So I think we had no choice in that situation, I think. Yeah, we don't give out anyone's location either. That's really important. That's why, yeah, Sabrina has a PO box. Lanny, hi Rosanna, welcome. But we actually just have a rule. We don't even give out people's locales. Like I have to tell you, I sent mail today to two people in our community, and they live walking distance from each other. And I've never told the other person that. Like they could walk to each other's houses, but they don't know that. And so like that's weird. But we don't even say that casually. Like you'll never hear me tell you who those two people are. If they want to be friends, they'll eventually find that out. But we're that careful. We're just that careful. Yeah, I think a PO box. If you get a ton of mail, I don't mind giving out my address. I don't think most people are up to crafty mischief. I don't think so. I think that people are kind and don't want to cause a problem. I think most people are just decent. So I don't mind giving out my address. But everybody should do what they're comfortable doing. Like nobody should ever do anything that they're uncomfortable with. Ever. Ever. Pat, don't get worried. I'm not worried. Where did Kathy go? I didn't even see her come in. Oh, don't worry. I'm not worried. I have to tell you, I have never publicly said that. So that you can go back and watch whatever videos you want. I have never publicly said that. And what I discussed with her privately, I'm not going to discuss on here ever, ever. It's just not my way. Oh, Belinda, get some rest. So, Lanny, how are you protecting yourself, girly, in Brooklyn? So, Lanny's in one of the neighborhoods, y'all, that's got a spike, and that has been like remarked as being kind of high risk. So, how are you managing? I'm just worried about her. I just sent her some PPE stuff. The last box exploded. I know you're cringing. I know you are. I know. That's why I'm asking. You know, Lenny, can you tell us, are there like, don't worry, Heather, don't worry. Um, Alicia, like Alicia with an E. It's really a man's name. It's really a man's name. But my mom says she didn't want a boy. I was supposed to be named Elishiva, but I came out with blonde hair instead of dark hair. So if my mom's on here, she's gonna laugh because she had to come up with a name quickly because I was supposed to be named something else. Yeah. So I'm staining them. So I've painted them all, y'all. And what I'm doing now is I'm staining all the edges. You can see I'm such a messy maker. See, because I'm inking left, I'm getting it all over my right hand. Okay, so now I'm inking all the edges. What I'm going to do is I'm painting them green and then I'm heat embossing them with this sparkle embossing powder. So I've painted all of them, I've prepped them. Now I'm inking the edges so that they have kind of like a shadow effect like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat emboss and make them sparkle. Ah, that's how you got your, see? I thought too when I was younger that maybe they wanted a boy because Alicia's like a very clear boy's name. I mean, it's not spelled like Alicia Keys, it's spelled after Elijah the prophet. So it's like, okay, so did you want a boy? And they were like, no, we didn't want a boy. It's just this is what happened. Yeah, see, that's Lenny, that's why I just sent you what I sent you. Instead of sending you fun stuff, I sent you like as soon as I saw that the numbers were up, I was like, okay, we got to make sure that you have some supplies because we know it's going to start the lockdown again because he's going to do it right. You know? Oh, thank you. We didn't re-diet, y'all, just because of what happened with my health. My doctor said nope. So no second visit to the hairdresser until we figure out what's going on. Guys, you don't worry about it. Listen, you know, I'm not a I feel your protective nature. We're just too positive. Um, I don't take it personally. I think, you know, they're just people that are unhappy. And maybe if they had more friends, they'd be less unhappy. Oh no. No, really? She really would have named you after the whole crew? Oh my goodness. Thank goodness your family intervened. I don't know what parents think sometimes. It's true. No, you're right, Susan. Like we're a happy group of people. Hi. Right? I love them, Kathy. This is why I love these. Like Susan usually, right? You usually ink distress ink yours. I normally paint them, but I like a mix of the ink and the distressing. And I think when I emboss them, they're going to look super pretty. But it's a longer process because then you got to paint, ink, then emboss. But I think they're going to look good when they're finished. I think so. But I really like the combination of the inking and the painting. Yeah, it's true. We are positive people. It's all of us are positive people. It's just the way we are. So Tammy, what do you okay? You gotta limit your craft supplies. How many are you allowed to take? Did your sister say? Are you allowed to take like bins or not even bins? Wait till she starts seeing the Happy Meal. We better be careful not to send you too much mail. Excuse me. So you've got Rosanna Lee. Rosa Lee is nice too. I'm just making sure I don't miss anyone's comments. I get distracted. I can't help it. Yeah, it's true. See, I spilled ink again. This is why I had glue on my shirt the other day. I haven't figured it out with my left hand. So I spilled when I was doing that oat thing. See, I spilled it all over the floor. My left hand is not used to working. So it makes a lot of mistakes, y'all. Makes a lot of mistakes. Oh, my girlfriend in Brooklyn, her name is Tabitha. And you know why her mom named her Tabitha? Not after the cat, after Bewitched. Yeah, do you guys remember that show? That's why she named that. It's crazy, but she did. And it's a really cute name. And we don't see it too much right now either. Miss Soleil, what are you doing today? Because it's a whole different time zone for you. I want to know what you're up to. I can't believe you made so many cards already. You've almost used up all your paper. Yeah, me too. Me too. But especially so with the left. Oh my goodness, Rhonda, I gotta tell you, the stickling, it's a for real struggle with this hand. Hi, Sue. Okay, 3 bins, some boxes. Oh, a 3-drawer Rubbermaid. Oh no. And those are just your craft supplies, right? It's not anything else. Oh, I feel for you. Can you ship like it was expensive. Like I got the large chess boxes, the game boxes, and I shipped myself 4 boxes at craft supplies. That's what I did. You're eating. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Small meals, but many of them, right, Soleil? Whoa. You're taking 2 printers? Okay, that cracks me up. Your sister has no idea what she's in for. No, I did not hear you moved to Florida. Where are you in Florida? Ah, you were named for Charlie's Angels. That was another good show. What is book weight, Cynthia? Wait a second. Is that like media mail? Brian, are you okay? Yeah, you got to go with what you like. My sister was born with a different name, and now she calls herself Robin. She wants to be in your videos. That's cool. Okay, so it's like media mail. Sometimes, like when I send Lanny, like if I send her a heavier paper pad or I send it something to somebody that's a heavier paper pad or 2 paper pads, I'll send it media mail. But it takes a lot longer to get there. That's the only thing. Brian has low potassium. He's not feeling well. Okay. Do you take salt pills, Brian? So I have this like love affair with Florida. It's a little bit, I'm unusual. My husband does not like Florida at all. He's a diehard New Yorker. But my parents, when I was a young teenager, my parents had to live here because my dad had a really bad heart condition. So uh, I didn't want to finish high school here because I was still in Toronto and I was, when you go to the same high school with the same kids your whole life, you don't really want to change high schools at 15. You just don't want to. But my parents lived in Florida from October until like April, May every year. So I spent all of my winters breaks and spring breaks in Florida. So Florida is like my second home. I feel as comfortable here as I feel in New York. My husband did not grow up spending time in Florida. So he does not love Florida. I'll tell you what he does not like about it. When we go to the grocery store, they see a bunch of ingredients. Like when I was buying the stuff for Patty's dump cake, and they're like, "What are you making?" He hates that because in New York, nobody talks to you. Like they're not interested in what you're making. Your local bodega guy talks to you. Your local store talks to you. But if you go to the grocery store, no one's going to ask you like, "Hey, what are you making?" based on your ingredients. Here, if we're out together, I'm stopped like 5 times a day by people. If I'm in a Hobby Lobby, he goes mental because four people will come up and say, "What are you making?" It makes him nuts. So it just, oh my goodness. Don't worry about it. Unbelievable. Why didn't she just email me and ask me if it bothered her? And it's not. Oh, I don't even think Carrie has that video up. Oh, whoever you are, you're just negative. My God. He's not a native New Yorker. He was born in Canada, just like me. The difference is that we've spent more time now in New York than we've spent in Canada. So he's like a diehard New Yorker. He really is. And I think we were both always meant to live there. So it was hard for me to leave, even for COVID. I actually felt like a traitor, which is hard to explain. Even though I love Florida, New York is home. So it's hard, you know. Yeah, he's an in and out shopper, right? Yeah, I'm I'm actually it's true. It's so different from the north. So I'm in Deerfield Beach. So that's north of Fort Lauderdale, south of Delray. It's a nice community. It's a really nice community. Oh, go eat. Oh, you're on the way home. Oh, Erica, go eat, hun. I hope you have a good night. I love that ear warmer your friend made, by the way. And Lizzie's also a Brooklyner who's transplanted to Florida, by the way. She's also, yeah, but New York will always be home, right? I think once like, if you really love New York, you love New York. Yeah, New Yorkers mind their own business. It's so true. I'm lucky I made any friends in New York because the truth is, it's not like here. Here, I could make a friend a day. New York is not like that. They gotta get a certain vibe from you before they'll open their mind. They've it's a more insular community, that's for sure. Hey, Kayla. Wait, don't you have somebody else from Minnesota? There's got to be another crafter in Minnesota. How is there no other crafter in Minnesota? Yeah, no. New York would be like, they would be totally over it already. They would not hold on to something for 6 months or 4 months. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Alvia, right? So my husband always says, "Who's that person who just talked to us in the parking lot?" And it's a neighbor usually. And I'll say, "Oh, that person lives three doors down." He's like, "Since when?" Also, Jean, so you have a little bit of both. You probably had parents who were very New York in their thinking, and then you got to be raised in Florida. That's kind of like how I feel. I feel like I know both sides of this coin. So I'm very comfortable here, whereas my husband is less comfortable. I'm super comfortable here. Oh, I bet you miss Germany. That's a huge difference, Lorraine. Europe to here is huge. What do you miss the most besides the food? I love other. I just don't like people. This is that's not true. You even hugged Kayla. I saw the hug. I can speak to the hug. Ah, my okay, yeah. And Miami right now is a hot zone. You know what? My vascular doctor can't see me because of COVID. That's why we're doing a video appointment. It's because it's too dangerous. Go eat, Soleil. Take good care. Watch for your box. I'm gonna type in. It's gonna take me a while. I'm gonna type in your. It's a long confirmation code for you to track your package. Oh my gosh, these people. Okay, guys, don't delete them. I don't mind if you know what, unless it bothers everybody else. Like, look, whoever you are, we don't hide anything. Haven't you figured this out yet? We do not hide anything. We're just people that like to get along and make friends. Like, they will figure it out eventually. This isn't really a good way for them to make friends. Well, see, I think, Lanny, that's part of being a Brooklyner, right? Like you like people, but you like people at your own pace with your own distance. Like I get that. I don't like this. I don't like the phone, as you all know. But the reality is that even if I were a phone person, I probably wouldn't call people every day because it's just not how I function. I love every single one of my friends, and I'm grateful for them, and I sure miss texting. But I still wouldn't. I still wouldn't call every day, even if I liked the phone more, just because of. Oh, we're on to favorite candy questions again. I'm a sour or salty girl. I don't know about everybody else. Well, I do know about a lot of people on here. Some people like very different candy. Ah, yeah. Upstate New York is like a beautiful place to live. I know, Pat. I know. I'm not a phone gal. I'm just not. My doctor said today it'd be so much easier if you were a phone person. It's true. It's May dances and breaking oh, those are important things. What is with our group? Why does everyone like Heath bars? I like them too. They're bad for our teeth. You like caramel candy. You like candy corn too. I know Susan likes. So does Misty. Misty really likes candy corn. Oh, Nilda likes candy corn too. Keila, you like peanut butter cream pies? Aw, Kit Kat's good. Kit Kat's a good bar. Bye, Lizzie. Tell Anthony I hope tomorrow goes well. And a big hug to him. It is like upstate is a whole other world. But in a way, I'm glad because like I think when you're thinking about COVID, there's fresh air. There's a lot of benefits to being in upstate right now. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Seriously, people, you should know by now I have nothing to hide. Hi, sweetheart. Hmm? Ah, my husband came to tell me I have to take a 2-second break because guess what's done? Dump cake number 2.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. My husband also wants to get my pancakes. I'll be right back.
What are you looking at all this for? Why are you doing something when you're not doing work? Huh? Why not? No, I'm not.
Can y'all see it or you can't? That is version 2. This is the dump cake.
Looks disgusting.
It does.
Disgusting. What's all that old shit on top of it?
That's the thing you love. That's the crumble.
I don't love the crumble. You love the crumble.
You love the crumble.
That's the royal we.
Hold on, I got a bowl and a spoon. Did you all see it? Thank goodness it's for adults because did you hear him with his comments? I was like, honey, you're on a live. He goes, I don't care. I'm like, I care. Okay. So, you like the little Debbie cakes? I didn't know. Okay. So the dump cake is officially out of the oven. And I know I'm excited actually. Now I'm going to get the spoon. I can't carry both things. Thank you, honey. All right. So I know, right? And it smells really good. And I'm going to scoop it so you can see hot. So today while I was making this, I spilled oats all over the floor because my right hand, I keep trying to use it. I was telling my doctor this today. I keep trying. And then I drop everything. So it spilled all over the floor. Okay, so let me show you. Oh, it's not a good picture. Let me see if I can put that more in. I'm going to tell you this recipe, guys. It's so good. Like, it's such a good recipe and it's foolproof. That's really good. Okay, so both ways are good. If you know how to make an apple crumble and you know how to make the oat crumble on top, it's amazing. For a dumb cake, I'm not a baker, guys. I'm really not a baker. My husband will tell you this. I'm a very good cook. I am a crappy baker. I can make this. So Patty's instructions were so simple. I just saved the video and I just followed it. And it's so easy to make this. Yeah, it's such a good recipe, y'all. Such a good recipe. I know, Kathy. I'm telling you, you've got to make it. She does a great job on her channel explaining all these things. But I was actually really impressed. I was like, when I watched that video, I was like, I could make this, even though I'm not a baker. Oh, oh, see, and I'd never heard of a dump cake before, ever in my life. So I was like really excited. I was like, okay, I'll try it. I make refrigerator box cakes. Do you guys know what those are? Yeah, I'm telling you, I think like Patty has a very like simple way of making people like myself who don't bake. Like even today, she made these cookies. I was like, I can make those. That's because she shows you very simply how to do everything in a non-complicated way that it's easy to follow. Yeah, see, I'd never had dump cake before. Now I'm obsessed. Like I've tried it now. This is, as Susan said, this is several dumps this week. It's been kind of a fun week. It's really good. What's wrong with cannolis? I love cannolis. Yeah, I hear my husband only if they're filled fresh. Oh, Bertha, you had a good sleep, I hope. So Patty has a channel, just so you know. She has this great channel. It's called Life with Patty. And she does cooking, she does movie reviews, she does crafting, she does it all. She does hauls. It's an interesting, complicated channel. It's more like a lifestyle channel mixed with crafting, but she's really good at teaching how to bake things. So I thought, okay, I would try it this week because I'm the non-baker of the group. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. Well, not only could I do it, but I could modify it, make it different ways. It's a fantastic recipe. I know now you guys are hungry. I know. I love sponge candy, Chris. Me too. I love it. You can't get it anywhere. It's really hard to get because it has to be homemade. When we were kids, Chris, there was a company that used to make it, but now it's homemade only. Oh, I love tiramisu too. I can make that. That's another dessert I can make. Yeah. I can make a refrigerator box cake, key lime pie, southern banana pudding. I can make some basic things, but I'm not a great baker, especially this dumb cake. I'm telling you, this caramel business that Patty adds is what makes it. It's so good. Oh, and I can make bread pudding too, because someone taught me how to make that too. Oh, tres leches I love, but I do not make that. That I wait for like all the abuelas in my building to make. That and flan. I love tres leches cake. Sponge candy is like y'all, if you like Heath bars, you're gonna like it. It's honeycomb. It's made from like salt and some kind of caramel that hardens, and it's crunchy. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, you're like my mom, Pat. You like carrot cake. Ooh. I have never made a banana cream pie, but I can make southern banana pudding, so I can't be that far of a stretch. I don't think. And flan is one of my favorite things, but after living with abuelas from Puerto Rico, I am never trying to make flan. They make the best flan. I want to lick the bottom of the dish after because their caramel sauce is so good. Ooh, baklava is yummy too. I love flan too, Patty. Did you see that your dump cake? Oh my goodness, it's so good. So it's good with the salted caramel or regular caramel, y'all. You can do it both ways. It is so good. Oh, Nilda, I'm telling you. So all the two grandmas in our building, that's the one. Okay, here's what's funny. They kind of compete for their cooking, but the one time they get together, Nilda, is Thanksgiving and Christmas for flan making and Easter. And they work together to make the flans. And the flans are so good and they're this thick, y'all. It's the best flan I've ever had in my life. It's so good. Yes, we are doing ornaments. Look, here, I'll show you. I'll have to eat the dumb cake. I'm sorry. So I was saying I painted and I distress paint and I like that better. I was distress skating tonight because I did all the painting in advance, and this one is not painted because I'm heat embossing that a special holographic. So I really like them like this, actually, and this way, and this way, and this way. I made a whole bunch. Yeah, holiday eating, Puerto Rican food at holiday time. Oh, we should do a recipe swap. That's did you see these, Kayla? These I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but it's neon pink, like super neon. Yeah, I knew you would like them. You missed it earlier. That's what I was telling you. So I like the shading too. So this is kind of like, you know how Susan always does the ink staining? So I did painting with the ink staining, and I really love it. I love it, love it, love it, how it turned out. And the pink looks so much better double stained, actually. I do not have a good rice pudding recipe. My mom makes rice pudding, but oh my goodness, the food in New York. You know what? You know what's hard to find in Florida? Good bread. That's why I'm gonna have to learn how to bake bread. That's hard to find. I think, okay, so Nilda, I think that's the thing. I don't think these abuelas share everything in their recipe. I'm convinced of it because when they make for me, like, is it okay, Lizzie? Let's see. Oh, Lizzie left, right? Nilda, is it called? Is this how you pronounce it? Sancocho? You know, like the beef soup. I love that beef soup. But when they taught me to make it, mine does not come out the same way. It's not the same. I think they hold back one ingredient. No, I wish we had the recipe for that. Aw, I hope you feel better. Go get some rest. You may be right, Jean, because like the bread tastes weird. It tastes weird. My husband says this all the time. Yes, I said abuela. I say abuela. See, I think they had something too, Nilda, because they wrote it out for me and it does not come out the same. It does not. It does not. So because I have Kila, I have the two grandmas in our building in Brooklyn. And so we call them abuela because they're like the grandmas of the building. That's right. It's a grandmother in Spanish. Or abuelita, because one of them's smaller. So sometimes we call her abuelita. You can't buy store-bought rice pudding. That's like buying store-bought southern banana pudding. It does not taste the same. It does not. And also even like biscuits are better homemade too. It's so true, Heather. I'm telling you. They're tricky ladies. They're really tricky. But they're really smart and warm and they can cook like no one's business. You know, during COVID, when Lenny brought us like rice and beans, you would be amazed at the meals they made out of that. Like they actually looked like a proper meal and tasted good. And if it had been me making something with rice and beans, it would not have come out like that. They have some kind of magic going on in the kitchen. Oh, Lisa, I love homemade biscuits. I do them on the weekends too. I love them, love them, love them, love them. See, that's a problem too. Nilda, it's not just your grandmother because we have the same problem. So they'll say to me, I just add a little bit of this. Well, what is a little bit in your mind? Might not be a little bit in my mind. Um, and these ladies are so funny because they'll say, or you didn't put in enough. Well, how do you know? You told me to put in like this much, you know? Oh, can you freeze the dough, Lisa? See, I always make mine every week from scratch. I didn't know I could freeze it. I gotta see you ladies teach me a bunch of good things, you know? Oh, I love sponge candy, Chris. I love it. It is abuelo. But we don't call him, we have an abuelo, we have two, but we don't call them that. We call them by their first name in the building. But we call the grandmothers abuelo or abuelita. I think Sancocho is I don't know. Our whole building is Puerto Rican and they make it. So I don't know if it's originally Dominican or if it also is made. Nilda, do you have Sancocho in Puerto Rico proper? Right. See, if the spoon stayed upright. Yeah, that's an important trick. Oh, the freezer made the biscuits. Yeah, see, but that's the problem. Sponge candy Bertha is like this weird candy that's made like I think it's made like caramel, with extra salt, and it has holes in it because it's like you take it out of the caramel process before it's finished and you let it harden. It's really good. Ah, okay. So that's what it is. So it's originally a Dominican recipe, but they have a version of it in Puerto Rico. It is delicious. When you're sick, basically it's beef soup. It's hard to explain it, but it's chunky beef soup. I love this thing so much. And when I don't feel well or when I lose too much weight, the whalers make it for me in Brooklyn, and it's so delicious. Oh, maybe it's called seafoam. That would make sense. I'd have to look it up, Tammy, but I bet you it is called seafoam. Yeah, mamita's nice too. Yeah, maybe that's it, Lanny, right? Like there's like a different version, and the abuelas in my building come from different parts of Puerto Rico. So like they also make their rice differently. So my favorite rice from Puerto Rico is the yellow rice that has like all these spices in it that are hand ground and that it has green olive in it. But one of the abuelas makes it that way and the other one doesn't because she's from a different part of Puerto Rico, like a completely different part. Hi, Mom. Did she just pop in? Did she say hello tonight? She said she was going to say hello. Ah, we were just talking. You know what we were talking about? Cooking. My mom makes a killer lemon meringue pie. And when I was a kid, she would make me hot lemonade. Have you guys ever had hot lemonade? Yeah, me too. Yeah, you used to be able to get it from, you know what we're talking about, Eames? We're talking about sponge candy. So in Canada, you can get a chocolate bar called Crunchy. And in Canada, it's got the sponge toffee inside. In New York, you have to go to a specialty candy store. It originated in New York, the sponge candy, but you have to go to like a confectionery store to get it. Now, they don't make a candy bar with it anymore. But you know what? In Salem, there's a really good Salem, Ohio, there's a really good chocolate shop, and they make amazing sponge toffee. Lauren ordered it from Amazon already. Oh my goodness, you crack me up. Yeah, they have their own way of seasoning it, right? Like Lanny, it's so interesting to me. Like the two abuelas cook totally different food, totally different. And then, wait, my mom says it's originally from Britain, so it may be, I don't know. Sponge toffee is originally from England. I thought it was. See what we learned. Look at that. Look at that. That yes. Okay, my mom. Okay, so when I used to be sick, I happen to love lemon anything. So my mom makes a lemon pudding, and when I was sick as a kid, she would make me this hot lemonade. But it was so delicious. I wanted her to make it all the time. Go get some electrolytes, Brian. I feel bad. He's got a little sodium. Yeah, I love that hot lemonade that she made. Then she also makes this lemon pudding that is really good. Really, really, really good. Don't worry about it, Eames. Oh, at Epcot Disney? Okay. My mom lived in England for a long time. Hi there. Hi there. We were just saying my mom, yeah, I got lemons, now castor oil. I got lemons. Oh, Lanny, you know what? It's because I won't apologize to Michelle for what I said to her in a private email. I have never said it publicly. I will never say it publicly. I won't even tell you all what I said to her. But they're upset with me. And then they asked me if I'd apologize to her. And I said no, because what I said to her was the truth. I didn't say anything mean. I just said the truth. So they said, oh, we're going to leave you alone because we don't think you meant to do it. But now we're upset with some of your friends. So I said, look, if I really thought that they would leave everybody alone, then I would say, Michelle, if your feelings are hurt, I'm sorry. But I'm telling the truth, but I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings. But what I don't like is the behavior. And I don't think it'll stop. And part of me thinks that like if I say something about Atlanta, then they'll just keep doing it. You know? Heather, what is the warning video? What are they even talking about? I don't actually even know what they're talking about because we've never said anything publicly. Like I have never said publicly ever about what I've said to Michelle. So I don't know what they're talking about. I'm not actually worried about it. I just don't encourage negative behavior. I'm trying to do the responsible thing. It's not always easy. Smart water works, actually. That's the thing that they're worried about. Oh my goodness. If that is upsetting them so much, I'll be happy to take it down. But I don't see anything in that video that's harmful. Go, 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 Lanny. I love you tons. Stay safe, girly. Stay safe. Yeah, be careful, Lanny. Trust me, be careful. I know there's something wrong with them. You know what? But I want to try to set a better example. But if it's that upsetting, oh my goodness, y'all. Holy cow. It's not about giving them power, Pat. It's the fact that like I know it's all the comments. They don't like the people, commented. So you know what? If it's that hurting them that badly, I'll take it down. But here's what I'm gonna say for the record, y'all. I don't think it's gonna stop these people. I just don't. I think when you're negative and you don't have anything better to do, that's the problem. Aw. Oh, I'm telling you, this chat room is look, we got cake here, y'all. Like this is a dangerous chat room. It's true. And this dumb cake from Patty is amazing. So I'm just gonna tell you, this is a dangerous. If you make this, you're gonna eat the whole pan. So I'm just letting you know. This stuff is worth making. And you know what's nice? I like doing it because I'm not a baker. So I can actually say to people who don't bake, if I can do this, you can do it. It's really easy to follow. Patty's steps are simple, which is pretty amazing. And I'm eating another bite. Yes, I did. That's the one they're talking about, Lorraine. That's true. So if it's look, I said the truth. I have never said anything about anything else besides that video. But if that's bothering them that much that they're willing to harass people, I'll take it down. I'm not here to upset anybody. Um, I just don't think it's going to stop them. But I'll do it, and we'll see if it actually does any good. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, but they invent channels, y'all. You know that we have lots of people in our community who both game and craft. Thank goodness during COVID, y'all. Thank goodness during COVID because it means they have something else to do, right? You know what? You may be right, Lorraine. That may be it. And you know what? It's a fair warning. And I feel like I have an obligation on my subscribers because some of my subscribers, she contacted, without getting into the details, Lorraine, she contacted people. I actually hadn't said anything but to her privately. And then she reached out to like 20 something people. So I did that video after that. That's what they're not discussing. But again, I'm not here to upset anybody. I'm here to make crafts. So if that upsets, I'm happy to do it, but I don't think that's going to stop them because I think anybody who's like this, that's not what this is about. The rest of us are happy talking about food and what did you do today and how's Elsa going to cope with her husband. Nobody's really interested in being negative here. So I just think when people are negative, they tend to be negative across the board, not just negative in one area. Oh, Patty, it's amazing. Both ways. I made it with salted caramel and regular, and I just told everybody I am not a baker, and it comes out perfect. Your instructions are very good. And this is now the second round I've made. Now the husband groaned because when he looked at it, the second one I made with an apple crumble topping. He was like, "What is that crap on top?" But he forgets he really likes that crap on top. Yes, exactly, Nilda. Exactly. Right? I would say that's true for most people, Nilda. That's my whole point. Nobody was attacking. That is very well put, actually. I think I can make the cookies too, actually, because you're really good at giving instructions. So I feel like your instructions are so clear. I think I could make the cookies too. But this is so yummy. Like we already ate the other pan. Yeah, important crop on top. I agree, important crop on top, Lauren. Did you see? I'll show it to my mom's in the room. Let me show you, mom, so you can see. It's hard for me to lift it. Look, it's amazing. And it smells so good. Like the whole house smells like caramel when you make it. It's really nice. The topping is the best part. It's the caramel in it. Ooh, okay, I'm interested, but not pumpkin. I'm hoping it isn't pumpkin. Yeah, I know, Heather. I swear to you, there were oats all over the house today. As I keep trying with this hand and it doesn't work. I hope Brian, and I hope you continue to do a Christmas series. I'm sorry you're feeling so crappy. Uh, I'm telling you, Elise, you want to do it. It's so delicious and it's easy, and it's foolproof. I even altered a couple of now. I've made two versions. It's foolproof. This thing. Oh, Dad, I bet you that's good too. I bet you that's good too. Yeah, I agree with you, Rosanna. I'm with you. I just, my this is where my husband says like he likes this community a lot. He thinks it's super healthy. He thinks it's positive, but he thinks this kind of stuff is where it gets to be immature in high school, and then it stops being healthy. And he's right. Um, he's right about that. Actually, he's totally right. Ah, look at this! It's so cool. I'm catching up. Sorry, I'm slow. Like I have to read when I'm crafting and reading. Uh, I don't have a good bread. I mean, I can make a bread pudding, but it's not the best recipe. It's not the best recipe. Pat, we wish anyone lived closer to you. Like, surely there has to be a crafter in Minnesota. How do we not have one? Me too. I love that breast cancer collab. I'm so proud of them for doing it. I think it's a really important collab. I think it's getting out important information to people, and people are getting info that they don't know. It's constantly reminding them, even during COVID, to be checked. I'm really happy about it too. Oh my gosh, Heather, me too. Can you imagine how much more I'd get done? Oh, the dump cake is so good, Bertha. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I'm so excited because it's so good. I mean, Patty tries to do a recipe. If you take a look at her channel, Bertha, you'll see she does like, I think once a week, right? And so she has like another recipe up for this week, which I have not tried yet, but I probably will because I think I can do it. And this one I've made twice already. So, and more than one version. Ah, that would be really great if you could do that. I know Patty loves pumpkin. I hate pumpkin. Isn't that terrible? I don't mind it cooked. I just don't like it in baked things. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin lattes. I'm weird that way. How do you like doing dishes? That's what I want to know. Who likes doing dishes? No one is near you either. It's true. Well, how far is Linda from you, Heather? Is she really far from you? How far are you from where she is? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe you eat a whole pie. First of all, Kayla, I can't even imagine you eating a whole pie. Yeah, it's true. You know what, Cynthia? That you're right about. That's what's funny. Whenever I look at friends' addresses or people's addresses for Happy Meal, everyone in Texas lives really far apart. Yeah, it's true. Her mom is like me, like very high risk, right? Ah, well, that's different, Tammy. I would say that's the only good part of doing dishes, but none of us like doing dishes. You know, Texas is huge. That's why none of y'all live near each other because it's too much land in between. Yeah, me too, Pat. I don't know what it is about Pumpkin and I, but we're not friends. I love sweet potato. I just don't love pumpkin so much. Yeah, she got you in normal non-hurricane conditions. Alvia, you like doing dishes? Really? My husband doesn't mind doing dishes, which is good because I do not like it. Like I really don't like it. Ah, okay. You know, Brian, it's funny. Yeah, you're eight for me. It's true. It's funny, Brian. My husband likes folding laundry too, and I hate it. So that's perfect for another few days, and then you're off to your sister. I saw your video and I loved it, Kayla, and I thought you did a really good job. Um, I thought you did a really good job showing everybody what happens, and you made it very real for people. You know? Oh, crafting is a super healthy escape. Do you know what I was telling my doctor tonight, Brian? I think that this is what kept me sane this week, actually. Yeah, okay, yeah, my kitchen is a mess right now. I want to know how Patty keeps her counter so clear of clutter. That's what I want to know because she's a cook. So that means she has a lot of cooking stuff. But have you seen her counters? They're all clear. Hi, Becky. Uh, no, Kayla, it was a beautiful video. Yeah, you and Perry Whitshire doing the dishes, Patty. That because I'm telling you something, Pat. He does not mind doing them at all. It's so interesting to me. Yeah, it's funny that in Texas, like no one is close to each other. It is funny because, like I was saying to you, there are people that live much closer to each other where I send mail. I'm not sure that they know each other, but they live close to each other, but not in Texas. You know what? I unfortunately, Becky, I'm gonna have to go back on my pain medicine, and we're gonna have to figure out what's causing everything. But I have more tests. I'm spending the day tomorrow in the hospital, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. So I will feel better. I will eventually feel better. Um, we're just hoping that it's sooner rather than later. That's what we're hoping. Yeah, well, you haven't seen my kitchen yet today because my husband is a very messy person. My mom is in the room, she'll vouch for that. My husband is super messy. So when I'm sick like this and I can't pick up after him so well, it becomes a very messy place very quickly. So, and my crafty mess is also not under as much control right now as it should be, just because my hands are tired. So I think once I feel a little bit better after this week, I'm going to have a lot of tidying up to do and decluttering. Yeah, we're going to be hospital buddies tomorrow. And maybe Belinda too, the three of us. Crazy. I'm hoping a PET scan is annoying. I've had one, but at least it's like thorough, right? Yeah, that's it. Of course, it's killing you. Lenny, you've got three kids at home. You're homeschooling and cooking. Kayla, too. It's too hard when you've got all of this to juggle. It's too much. Ooh, that's exciting, Michelle Beth. That's a rarity. When you get someone who knows how to take blood so well that you don't have any pain at all. Oh, I love Savannah. Lorraine, do you go visit them? I love Savannah. If you're good at it, you're good at it. Drawing blood's really important. It's a really it's an important skill. People don't realize it. I have Raynaud's phenomena, which means I have small vessel disease. So taking blood for me can be very difficult. When I have a good person, it's like amazing. It's a big difference. Yeah. Heather's from Georgia, Becky. I want a retreat. I want a real retreat. 3 meetings. Lenny, what were you all talking about for 3 meetings? I don't have that many with my college students. Good night, Elvia. I know we're running over and I should end it. Um, I don't know know if anyone's from Mississippi. You might be the only one, Brian. Yeah, you need fire hose main. See, of course you do, Susan. I counted on that with you. See, right, and 7 other assignments for the day. I think they're overloading people. I'm telling y'all. Did you guys see the guy that the funny comedian who was like playing a mom who's like fed up from homeschooling? I'll have to link it so you guys can see this video. It was on YouTube. It's really funny. But basically he like calls it out and says like, "What the heck? I'm a mom, not a teacher. What the heck's going on here?" And like the infighting between the kids is really funny. It's really well done, y'all. Yeah, 7 assignments for first grade's a little bonkers. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. And you know what? They're going to get better. They always do with autoimmune. They always do. And one thing is, I have really good, really, really good main doctors. So I'm very blessed. I'm very, very blessed. Yeah, online school is terrible for kids. I got quite a bit done, actually. You know what? It's funny that you asked that. I think I finished all the staining of every ornament, which is like 12 ornaments. So I'm actually really happy. I wasn't sure I would do very well with my left hand, but I did okay tonight. So I am thrilled. I know. Thank you so much, Michelle. Get a good night's sleep. I'm glad you had pain-free blood drawn today. It makes me happy for you. Oh, I like it. Right. I was still a fan of that idea too, Brian. I still would love to do it. I know that Lana Chin or Cali Girl wants to do it still. I know a bunch of people want to do it. The only thing we have to do, Brian, is make sure it's on a Friday because of Heather's schedule. I did eat a lot of dump cake, y'all. I did. I did. And I'm going to eat more of it. I am. See, Lisa, there's something wrong, right? You're telling me they went from A's to fail? Yeah. Someone's not doing their job. You haven't been in the last couple of years. Is it hard for you to go? Bet you there's a reason. Right, nailed up? Right, because you want to make sure all the basic skills are there. These are really important skills. Virtual learning, listen, I took courses to do it for college students. And even then my students struggle. So I think you just gotta like really be aware that what you're doing is you're acting as teacher and parent. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah, 5 meetings per kid is insane. I don't have that many with my college students. That's not okay. And they were long? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that's normal, Nilda. That's normal because like they're not college students, so they didn't take a choice here. They were told they had to go online, right? So to remind them is important, but that's exhausting for you as a parent. It also changes the parent-child dynamic, y'all. It does, because you're no longer just mom or dad now. Now you're also teacher. It creates a little bit of friction, and the screen time is too long. I agree. I agree. Good night, Tammy. Good luck with dialysis. And I should say good night to everybody too, because I ran this late, almost half an hour late. Um, yeah, Fridays are better for people, Brian. It's really important you know that. When we were checking, I will help. I bet a bunch of us will help. I just can't type right now. I'm not even looking at emails because I can't answer them. Yeah, exactly. Mom and dad work 10, 12 hours a day and then they're supposed to teach 6 hours? Come on. Like, I don't know what they're expecting from people. Also, I wish all I can tell you is I'm thinking about you every day. I want you to know that every day I think about you. I know it doesn't help much, but it's a small something. Good night, y'all. Good night, Tammy. Good luck with dialysis. Good luck with the PET scan tomorrow. Good night, y'all. Thanks so much. And don't forget to try Patty's dump cake. It's really delicious. It's worth it. It's worth it. Yay. Good night, y'all. Good night. Thanks for spending some time here, everybody. I never end this.